What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss last Saturday's fight between Jeremy Stephens and Mason Jones. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. Mason Jones defeats Jeremy Stephens by decision in what was my main event of the fight night, right? Jeremy Stephens came back on a one-fight deal to join the UFC, to go back to his hometown crowd on short notice to fight Mason Jones, also making his comeback to the UFC after a unsuccessful first stint. I think he went like 2-2 within the UFC, so I really wouldn't say it was unsuccessful. It's just he kind of went 50-50, and they thought that he probably needed to go rack up some wins and experience before he came back, which is exactly what he did. Went on a 4-fight win streak, 3 of them via finish, found himself right back against a dangerous opponent, Jeremy Stephens, and he passed that test. I mean, controlled most of the fight. At times, got a little ahead of himself, got off balance, and Jeremy was able to get some good shots off. But Mason was able, in those moments where things started to get a little bit hairy for him, he took the fight to the ground and controlled it on the ground. We saw that at the end of the first and the second round. And then the third round, okay, you're up 2-0. Let's use the smart fight IQ here, and didn't really stand in front of such a dangerous opponent, right? But great test for Mason Jones that he passed. And honestly, I still think it was a huge success for Jeremy Stephens to come back against, a tougher, bigger, younger, more explosive opponent and, still look okay, still have moments of success. But, coming back to your hometown crowd, it was still a win-win for him, and I think for the fans as well. And it was a great fight. And Mason went out there and just marched forward, took shots, gave shots, mixed it up very well with the takedowns, elbows, knees. It was a good performance by Mason Jones. And with him coming back into the UFC, I'm not really sure what they're going to do with him moving forward, especially in such a deep division. But maybe a Giga Chikadze, a guy that he has a win over, and David Onama just got a win over Giga Chikadze. So maybe if the UFC is trying to get him up into that spot, maybe put him up against an older vet who's still very dangerous as well in Giga Chikadze. I think that'll be a good next opponent for Mason Jones. As for Jeremy Stephens, I'm not sure if he's going to stay within the UFC. I just want to see him fight again. So I don't know if he's going back to BKFC, if he's going to do a karate combat thing. I'm not really sure. But whatever Jeremy Stephens does next, I'm going to be tuning in. All right, guys, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think is next for Mason Jones? What do you guys think is next for Jeremy Stephens? What do you guys think of the fight? Love to hear your guys' thoughts. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.